Hello everyone, welcome to our class once again. In this class we'll be talking about if and else statements and ternary operators. If and else statements are known as conditional statements. They are used to describe conditions and actions to be taken, and it's the syntax for writing if and else statements is simply something like this, where we have you write your if, then your brackets. In the brackets you put your condition, and after that you put in your curly brackets, within which you write the action to be taken. So let's go into real example. We are going to write an if statement to check the age of a person, and it will return it will either return the person to be too young or the person to be old enough. So let's first declare a variable. Let age equals 18. Okay, so now let's write our if statement. If our brackets and our curly brackets. So within the brackets, let me go Ctrl Z, let me go back. Within the brackets we write our condition. If age less than or equal to 18, we'll log in the console. Okay, we'll log the string "you are too young" into the console. Okay, let's save and see what this gives us. Let's preview. Okay, let's see. Out. So it no longer sees it as a code to be read. Remember, we talked about comment used to disable some part of the code. So let's comment that out and let's see what it gives us. Refresh. Let's go back and see. Save. Okay. Oh, I think we would have to delete the lower parts. So let's comment this out. Ctrl S. Let's see what we have. Okay. Age, the errors are gone. As you can see, the errors are gone. So let's go back to see why it's not displaying. Ctrl S. Let's save once again. Age is 18. Age has been declared. I said if age is less than 18, console.log "you are too young." It's not logging anything in the console because age is not less than 18. So let's put another condition. Else if, let's use the else if our brackets and our curly brackets. So let's go write our condition in the brackets. Age is greater than or equals to 18. Let's log on to the console. We'll log on to "you are old enough." Okay, let's see. You are old enough. So we created an alternative condition if the first condition is not met using the else if statement. So the first statement was age less than 18, if age is less than 18 in the condition here. Remember, we've declared that age is equal to 18. If age is less than 18, we should log into the console the string "you are too young" here. But the variable we declared, age, is actually equals to 18, so it doesn't meet this condition. So with the else if condition, we'll declare that if age is greater than or equals to 18, it should log into the console "you are old enough," the string "you are old enough." So we didn't conclude this line of code. Control S. Else if age is, we didn't console the second statement, the else if statement. We didn't log it into the console. So let's copy this. Let's copy this and let's paste it here in the else if statement. Control V. You are old enough. So let's change this to "you are old enough." You are old enough. So yeah, we're ready. So we declared a variable age to be 18, and we created the conditional statement if age is less than 18. Log into the console the string "you are too young." Else if age is greater than or equals to 18, log into the console "you are old enough." So let's save and see the console. You are old enough. So let's change this to 15 and save. You are too young. We expect to see "you are too young" in the console. You are too young. So this is how we use simple method of using is, if, and else statement. Next, we'll talk about ternary operators. Ternary operators help us, we've mentioned that in the past, help us use shorten the use of if and else statement. We could make this whole command in a single line. All this command could be written in a single line. Could be written in a single line using the ternary operators. More so, another advantage of ternary operators is that it helps us save conditional statements into a variable. So let's see how that goes. The ternary operators follows a simple syntax, which the first part is our variable being declared with the const. This is a constant variable here. We could make it a constant variable. We could use let, we could use var, we could also use var. Remember that. The next is the condition which of age. After that, we declare the truthy value. If the condition is true, we would output at this point. And else, if the condition is false, the falsy value would be triggered. So let's get real value. So let's call the variable, let's call it age checker. Age checker. So we are going to put in our ternary operator into age checker. So age less than 18, put the string, so if this value is true, it's going to trigger this statement, and if it's not true, we'll separate the truthy and falsy statements with a colon, and if it's not true, we'll trigger the falsy statement, which is "you are old enough." Okay, I think I'll have to zoom out. I zoomed out so we can see what we're doing. So The ternary operator helps us shorten all this code in just one line. Now we call our variable age the age checker, and the condition, this is the condition. If age is less than 18, it's going to trigger the truthy value, you are too young. Else it's going to trigger the falsy value, you are old enough. So let's close this code. Now we can do console.log age checker. Yes, so we can log in age checker in the console to see what it gives us. Okay, let's check. You are too young. You see it's giving us you are too young. Okay, let's comment, and let's use multi-line comments. Multi-line comments to comment out all these that we don't want to be read. Ctrl S. So you see, let's go back. Oh, age was not defined, so we have to comment from this point so that age will be defined. Yes. So now age is defined here. Age checker checks if age is 18 and age is 15 here, less than 18. So age checker checks less than 18. It's true, which is true because age is less than 18 here. It's going to go print trigger you are too young, the truthy statement. If it's false, it's going to trigger the falsy statement. Now we are and save in age checker. Remember, age checker is a variable. You can see age checker here is a variable that we created. So you see, we can save the ternary operator into a variable which we can further manipulate. Now we want to log the variable into the console. So let's save and check. You are too young. So if we change age to 19 and save, we expect it to tell us that we're old enough. You are old enough. So that's that for ternary operators and if and else statements. So next we are going to talk about nested if statements. That's if statements inside another if statement. We use nested if statements where we have two different conditions to be checked. Two different conditions to be checked in order to arrive at a decision. For example, we want to write to check if upper wear and the lower wear are of the same color. So we have to write a conditional statement to check if, let's assume that we have just two colors, black and white, and the shirt and the shorts need to be either white and white or black and black. So it has to check the condition of the white top and check the condition of the black top. So let's get started. Let's see how that goes. Try that if statement. If let's condition, and so let's write if shirt is white, a condition we've not put in our in the place where we're supposed to put in the action to be taken. If shirt is white, we are going to input another if statement within. Then we'll have the else. If shirt is black, we'll put another if statement inside the curly brackets where action is to be taken. So if shirt is white, we take another if statement. So here we have a nested if statement. The first condition, if shirt is white, within the action to be taken, we'll put in another if statement to check if short is white or black. So if short is white, action to be taken, and if short is black, action to be taken again. These are inside the action to be taken for the first statement, which is this curly bracket. Now the second statement, else if shirt is black, we put in this actions to be taken. Let's copy it again and put it in. You have to indent, Ctrl V. So here we have a nested if statement. The first statement contains the second if statement inside its action to be taken. Remember, we described if statements to have two brackets. The first is the normal brackets, which is the condition. Second is the action to be taken. For nested if statement, where you want to meet two different conditions, we put in the second if statement into the first condition, is the first action to be taken. First, we put in the second if statement into the action to be taken of the first if statement. The second is if statement inside the action to be taken of the first is if statement. So we have it in two places here. So this helps us to check for two conditions, shirt being white. So if shirt is white, it will have to now check if short is black before it takes an action. Else, if shirt is white and short is white, then there should be another, and short is white, so there should be another action to be taken. Then it goes back to check if shirt is black. It checks if short is black before the action to be taken, or if shirt is black and short is white before the action to be taken. So this is nested if statement. By the time we start trying to build real applications or program real applications, we'll make use of these if statements. Next, let's create a simple if statement that would check the score and grade a score. So let's create a variable. Let's score equals 17. Now if score we put our condition and action to be taken. So if score less than 50, let us log into the console. Console.log string you failed. So let's put another condition, else if score, let's go greater than 50, greater than or equals to 50 and less than 60. Let's put up the condition. Log into the console. Okay, let's see what's happening here. Okay, if score is greater than or equal to 50 and less than, you can see we're having an error here. Okay, supposed to use score here, and score less than 60. So we'll log into the console. Console log let's give our grade C. So let's give further conditions. Else if, let's copy this. Let's copy this. Copy. Control V. If score is greater than or equals to less than 60, greater than or equals to 60, then 60, and less than 70, so we'll give the action to be taken, which should be console.log grade B. Let's do Ctrl C and Ctrl V here and change this to grade B. And we could also do another else if else let's do this. Grade A. If score, okay, let's copy this. Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Score less than. If score is less than or equal to 70, is greater than or equal to 70, sorry, and it's less than 80, and it's less than 100. Okay, let's make this 100. Ctrl S. So we use multiple if statements to check for grades. If first of all we declare the grade to be 70, and now we started by saying grade here is 70, and we started by saying if score is less than 50, we should log onto you failed. Here, if score is greater than or equal to 50 and less than 60, we should log on to the console grade C. If score is greater than or equal to 60 and less than 70, we should log on to the console grade B. And if score is greater than or equals to 70 and less than, remember we use the AND operator, less than 100, we should log on to the console grade A. Remember we use the AND operator to create this. That means both conditions has to be true for these actions to be taken. So now I'm going to comment them off. If you don't understand, just follow the video. You'll sure understand by the time we start building real applications. So let me comment it off so it doesn't spoil our work. Ctrl S. So let's see if it's okay. Grade A. It works now. So we are able to we declare the variable 70. Now we are checking this variable to give a score. If score is less than 50, it should print you failed. If score is between 50 and 60, a C. Between 60 and 70, a B. Between 70 and 100, an A. So if we reduce this to 30 or 40, Ctrl S, it's going to give us you failed. As you can see here, you failed. So let's go back and let's see if we can use the ternary operator to do the same thing. So with the ternary operator, we would first create a variable. Let's call it score checker. Okay, let's make this a capital S. Equals, then we'll create the condition score less than 50 with the ternary operator. I'll put you failed. Okay, I think we should just copy from here. Control C, Control V. So that's the first condition. We'll go Control C, Control V. Question now. Control C here, Control V. C, Control V. For the last condition, which is the false value, which should be the false value, we do not need to create a condition for the last statement, which is a false value. For each of the statements, remember we are trying to create a multiple if and else statement using the ternary operator. So after the first statement, which have a condition and a value, the second statement has a condition and a value, the third statement has a condition and a value. If the variable is unable to meet these conditions and values, then it's going to go into the false value, which is the last statement we're about to use. So there is no need to create another condition. We'll just put Control V and Control S. So let's see how it goes. Let's console.log score checker. Let's see how that goes. Control S. You failed, so it's working. So let's change the variable. Remember, we commented out this code, so it's no longer functioning. The result is only coming from the ternary operator code, which is this one. So let's change the variable to 80. Control S. Grade A. So let's change the variable once more to 60. Control S, and we get a grade B. So that's all for today's class. And in today's class we discussed if and else statements, how to use ternary operators. We discussed nested if and else statements, and that's it. Thank you for being part of our class. We hope to see you in our next class. Thank you.